Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more of The Expanse. This is the Season 2 premiere, and I'm very excited for it. Last season ended with Holden and Miller barely making it to the Rocinante, and almost puking out their guts, almost melting from the inside. They were able to get some radiation meds to save them. The rest of the crew made it there first, and Amos had to kill Semi to stop him from killing Naomi. And he also told Miller right away, so there's going to be some tension within this group. That'll be really fascinating to watch. And they also saw the guy, the scientist who spread the protomolecule all through Eros, escape, and they're following him right now. And yeah, I'm very curious about the protomolecule and how it works. It was able to manifest like a projection of a human being, and I've been wondering if there's a possibility that the humans who were taken over by the protomolecule still have their consciousness within the protomolecule somehow, if they're still alive in a sense, not within their own bodies, but within the protomolecule. And yeah, it's very excited to continue. I've heard this season gets even better, so yeah, let's go. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And if you want to watch the next episode right after this one, that's also over there. Take a minute to press the like button. That helps out my channel a lot. And let's get started. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's... What? Oh, that's cool. Oh.
Score time by almost 3 minutes. Good work, Gunny.
This was a freaking simulation? Whoa.
Someday.
Other than being blasted by 50 times the lethal limit of radiation, you're doing surprisingly well.
50?
Who knows? Maybe you'll develop superpowers that you can use. That'd be perfect for you.
Oh no. He's seeing things? He's dreaming.
A lot more could have been saved.
Maybe.
You even try.
Does he feel like they could have saved more? I mean, they still probably have like internal bleeding or something,
You
right?
having trouble working the plumbing?
No.
With Jen, Alpha, Omega.
You know,
Alpha,
They just
Omega.
took an explosive.
never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Aw.
I never did say it, but thanks for getting me off Eros. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Thanks for the lift.
Look at the bonding.
Cancer.
The cancer. Oh no. That's more of the protomolecule?
Shit.
Put it back in.
With his own fleet, he believes he can go from being a terrorist to a
That
statesman.
outfit.
He cannot. Hold on, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Archangel is secured. We have Archangel. Archangel was not on the vehicle.
Phoebe was an extrasolar object. What if it were merely a delivery system? A way to send a protomolecule to our solar system? It begs the question, sent by whom?
Did he just say what I think he said?
He said extrasolar object. What if there was a way to use that sample to create a vaccine? Maybe still help those people on Eros.
I sure as heck don't want to share a bunk with that.
Hell no.
Then we'll hide it.
Where?
Out here.
In the
No
middle.
one knows we have it. No
the
one
middle
even
of
knows who made
space.
Eros alive.
Yeah, just put it in a hole. In the middle of an asteroid like Julie did. Is that a freaking machine she's beating?
Expecting any UN elements?
We don't anticipate engagement.
Well, lucky for them, because there isn't a team on the ship that doesn't want payback for the Donny.
In any case, we will keep it business, not rumors. I knew people on that ship too. Captain Yao was a friend, but still, nobody knows what really happened. We will not be led into war on anyone's leash.
So we push back the terraforming project. 50 years and 50 more. all those resources to the military now. None of us will live to see an atmosphere over Mars.
That was the price.
but it's still worth fighting for.
The Martians dispatched a ship to Phoebe's station, I know. What are you doing about it?
Well, that depends. I'm assuming there's nothing left to find there.
You need to get boots on Phoebe first.
And sending a UN warship to a meaningless outpost like Phoebe will just draw more attention to it.
If you want a weapon system from my project, then it's our mess. This was Julie's spot. She taught herself to shoot a bow and arrow at this tree.
Wow.
9 years old. Just woke up one morning and taught herself. My Julie. Even losing her was worth it. She's a sacred
Screw
part of it
you.
now. So
How long are you gonna wear this?
Rest of your days. But you won't be able to procreate, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry, that put swimmers on ice in the Navy.
Oh.
I never want to see another one of me running around anyway.
Sup.
Your pop pulled a gun, might as well shot himself. Right, here's what I see, okay? You seem kind of like a trigger-happy whack job to me, so let me lay it on the table for you, all right? You shot my friend. If you need to square up, you know where I am, because you're poisoning the air.
Amos, stop! Amos, stop it.
Those bases are low-level research outposts or cargo way stations. If we place our ships in the paths of theirs,
they'll know we're ready for any planned acts of aggression. We share all those bases. They have no rights.
Mars does not want war. They want to get back to terraforming and building domes for their people.
I advise that we deploy our fleet to secure any base that might become a Martian foothold.
Madam, do you concur?
She's playing mind games within mind games.
I do.
This is a thin line she has to walk.
But he's not crazy and he's not evil. He's just always needed someone to help him out with the world.
Doesn't want to hear it.
And he picked you. You're, kind of like his guide star, right?
Like Julie is to you. How long you and her?
Never.
Never met her. I wake up some nights and I see her standing right there. She takes my hand. She tells me, "You belong with me."
Fighting for the Belters?
Under no circumstances are we to allow Phoebe to fall under UN control.
Under no
Prepare your
circumstances.
team for drop.
Oh god.
I'm being set up. When my investigation dead ends, I'll make an excellent scapegoat.
Who are the players?
Undersecretary Enright.
Christ.
I assume I did.
Do they suspect you?
If they did, I'd be dead already. I don't have time to waste. I need a spy. Are you in or out?
I think all that radiation failed to give me superpowers.
Aww.
Usually when we're in dangerous situations, you hide your nerves by asking weird, inappropriate questions. I hope that hasn't been irradiated out of you. Was sort of endearing.
Oh.
No.
Holden, yeah, you might just went dead. Hold.
Oh.
We're the only ones who know what's going on down there. The only ones with a chance to stop it.
This crew is depending on me. I'm okay.
He's okay because he has to be? Oh man. I feel like every one of these ships needs a therapist. Little fan service.
Sorry.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
What the hell? It's a ground operation. Why are we firing missiles?
UNN Command confirms that the MCR and Scirocco fired 5 missiles in response to the Nathan Hale's hard burn towards Phoebe.
Phoebe's a backwater science station. What are they trying to protect?
It doesn't matter. They're making a move. Madam, by the time you see it on that display, it will be too
I know how the fucking thing works. Our captain of the hill knows what's at stake. He's a man of restraint. He's one of our finest.
You know Captain Yevgeny?
Since he was a little know-it-all at the academy debating me in philosophy.
We'll hold until we hear from the Hale.
Why does he have final say?
God have mercy on us all.
I didn't know we shared Captain Yevgeny as a friend.
An exceptional man.
Yes. We never went to the academy.
Ooh.
Their missiles were not intended for us. I repeat, their missiles were not intended for us. The Martians were targeting Phoebe Research Station, which sustained multiple direct hits. The ice moon fractured under the barrage and the fragments spiraled into Saturn.
Alex?
Yeah.
What's the emergency?
How often do we all just hang out together and just talk, you know, without work? No, without work. Hey, listen. So I'm thinking to myself,
Emergency.
Voila. That's lasagna.
It's voila.
Viowala.
Sit down.
Viowala.
Remember time in the series when there was real cheese?
They busted that black market cur cartel on 9th level.
Real cheddar from real cows.
Damn, they had cheese in the street for weeks. Peace-loving brotherhood for as long as that lasted, and then it was gone.
I busted that cartel. Yeah, it was me and Star Helix. We confiscated about 1,000 kilos of high-grade cheddar. It was bound for some luxury spa on Titan. Craziest thing, though. The whole shipment disappeared from the evidence lockup, that thing.
Oh, it just vanished.
Yeah, the, security camera shorted out. What? Nobody saw nothing.
Time to get along.
So the governor gathers all the Star Helix cops together for an Aztec. What is a plan for catching these dubious, nefarious cheese thieves, right? Meanwhile, the whole room stinks like cheese farts.
Oh, God.
They wanted something on Phoebe and we vaporized it. I'd say the fight's coming soon enough.
I hope you're wrong.
You said our job is to prevent a war with Earth. Ever wonder if we've got it backwards?
That's a heck of a technology, though, to be able to see into the future of the land. I'm assuming they developed that just to give the people hope, to give people something to fight for, which is just fascinating. All right, so this season introduced us to a new character right off the bat. They called the one we follow Gunny, or it's a Draper on her spacesuit. They were in this like training exercise that I definitely thought was real at first. I was like, holy crap, someone's attacking Mars? Who the heck is doing this? Like, but yeah, she just definitely seems like a very talented soldier. They were like practicing real combat situations, so those spacesuits are supposedly strong enough to repel like several rounds of turret fire, which is super impressive. I think I should have picked up that it was like a simulation when they started using turrets. Like, no other entity is going to set up turrets on they're not going to be able to set up turrets on Mars before, yeah. Anyway, the first action sequence is pretty cool to watch. But yeah, the projection of 100 years into the future that she was seeing through her, heads-up display was super cool to see. They've said before, like, Martians are united by one goal, to see Mars terraformed. And that's a very cool visual cue to use to motivate everybody. And so, yeah, she's sent to Phoebe Station to secure it. And she has different ideas. She wants to start a war. Like, her lieutenant keeps warning her against it and talking about how it's not in their best interest. But she's of the belief that Earth needs to be taken care of before they can truly move forward. Which is a very dangerous attitude to have when everybody else is, like, trying to maintain peace. I don't know if this is someone who will grow to change her mind, or if she'll be a very powerful antagonist to our crew on the Rocinante, to the system's peace at large. The show made a point to show us how strong she is, like first with the simulation, taking those hits and just keep on running, and then taking out those turrets. And then beating a freaking machine at arm wrestling, that's pretty impressive too. And I'm not sure why the lieutenant is choosing to send someone who he can clearly see as a threat to Earth-Mars peace. Like, I don't think he's playing like playing a role. I think he's like being serious. Like, he doesn't want war, but then why send her? That she definitely wants to start something. And she's also very good at getting her friends and colleagues on board, it seems. There was that chant, like, "Who are we? Who are we? You're not yelling loud enough. I can't hear you." And then on the bridge, she was just like, "Oh, like, there's not a single Martian who doesn't want revenge for the Donnie," and everybody was cheering. I mean, I have to imagine that even without her, people would be very dissatisfied, but she's not afraid of leading that chant and getting people behind her. So yeah, seems like a very dangerous person. Meanwhile, Christian almost got blown up. She goes on TV to blame Fred Johnson and is literally taken out by a bomb or a missile. I actually wasn't sure. To her transport. I think it was a missile. Yeah, she just happens to be held off by a phone call that's trying to warn her. Don't know who that is. Maybe it's someone from her team. And I have to wonder if she was meant to be hit by that missile, or if it was meant to be like a show to get her to back off or something. I don't know. But yeah, Aaron Wright and Mr. Mao are talking about getting boots on Phoebe before the Martians can get there, and Mao has promised Aaron Wright like a weapon, particular weapon that he's developing, so he's after that. And yeah, Aaron Wright's pushing for military action. Christian, she's trying to play her role here and not... She's like walking a very fine line so that she can still maintain the trust that she has from Aaron Wright and also not get everybody killed and start a war. But yeah, Mao wants Earth to strike the Martians headed toward Phoebe. And the Martian ship winds up firing, and Christian is able to dissuade Earth from firing back. I don't know who the person is in charge, but he made the final decision. Really interesting about that. I don't know if he's a president. I guess it's still the same, I don't know, president still. Same political system. But yeah, she does it by saying that the captain of the Hale, Captain Yevgeny, is a smart man that she taught back at the academy. And the admiral chimes in privately after that decision has been made not to start a war, and mentions that Yevgeny never went to the academy. So he knows what kind of woman Christian is now, better than before. I'm not entirely sure how aware he was of what lengths she'll go to, willing to do anything to achieve the results she wants. Now, granted, this is a high-pressure situation and anybody should have done it, but I don't know. I feel like he knows what she's capable of now. She also gets Cotillard to act as her spy to keep her safe. And I actually know the actor from Castle, this like romantic cop dramedy from the 2000s. I think he played a Russian spy. I'm not entirely sure. It was 2009 to 2015 or 16 or something like that. But yeah, Holden had that dream about him and Naomi being taken over by the proto-molecule. I don't know if that's just to mess with the audience or is there actually something there. Is that foreshadow? I don't know. But yeah, they watch the scientist's notes on the proto-molecule and hear him theorize that it came with Phoebe from beyond the system. They said extrasolar. And yeah, that it might have been sent by like entities. So aliens out there. That's very interesting. I'm very curious if that'll happen. Or if that'll be revealed anytime soon. They open the container they got on the Anubis and find more samples of the proto-molecule in it. And Naomi comes up with a good idea that they might be able to craft a vaccine, but it's definitely too dangerous for anybody else to have, so they hide it out in space in an asteroid field. So same way Julie hid the Anubis, nobody will be able to find it unless they know it's there and they're looking for it. And yeah, Miller and Amos get into it. The actor for Amos has good crazy eyes right after he punched him in the face. I was just like, Miller, what are you doing? Like, you clearly cannot win this fight right now. Amos has like 50, 60 pounds, maybe 50 pounds on you. And you're going through like with radiation treatment after being radiated and then after like all this treatment for it. I'm just like, he punched him in the face and Amos like decked him once and he fell on the ground. It was really bad. But I understand like he's upset about his friend. So like I understand that he's emotional at that point, but it was hard to see him. I feel like Amos might have killed him if Naomi hadn't showed up. Yeah. But I also feel like Amos, like he definitely, anybody who goes against him, he goes against without any mercy. Like the guy has radiation poisoning, weakened like hell, just lost his oldest best friend probably, and he comes close to killing him. But yeah, it's the crew, the dynamic on the Rocinante really changes with just one extra person. Later, when Alex calls everybody in for a lasagna emergency, Miller and Amos seem to like put their differences aside for a bit. I actually haven't had lasagna in like years, not since like elementary school school lunch. Kind of craving like a better version of it now. Like I'm very curious what it tastes like if it's not like bottom tier elementary school food. And then they talked about that cheese wheel story. That was really entertaining. Miller tells them about how him and Star Helix busted the black market cheese ring, and then took so much of the cheese themselves. Governor's asking like how they're gonna solve this case and who's gonna be held accountable, and they're like sitting there with their cheese farts. So that was really fun. I feel like this was a shorter. I mean, it was a normal length episode, but I felt like a lot of it is like not necessarily recap. It's like the beginning of each season for almost all TV shows are a bit of like reintroducing like the dynamic, playing off things that it's a little bit of a slower start, but I still like thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5, and I'm not really sure where they're gonna go with this season. But yeah, I'm in for the ride, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.